So I put up a post today that I was going to start a word a day series. And so here we are, right? So I'm going to give a quick backstory as to what this is, why I started it. So I'm the child of a 30 plus year school teacher, mom, Cheryl Lawson. I'll probably tag her in this video. 30 plus years. And so as far back as I can remember, all the way back to at least like three, when you really have like some of your first vivid memories. As far back as I can remember, in our one bedroom apartment, everything in the entire house was labeled. Everything. I mean, door had the word door on it, wall, refrigerator, microwave, bookshelf. Everything had a label. Hey, Hazel, thank you for joining me. Everything had a label on it, right? So, and we had remember the old encyclopedias, the red and black ones? Like before Encyclopedia Britannica, you had the red and black ones. And I think this is, I don't know if I want to say this is a demographically speaking, this is a black thing or what, but I'm quite sure I'm not the only person that experienced this. You would have all the encyclopedias except for like a few missing letters. I mean, this wild thinking about those days now that we have Google. So we had the encyclopedias, we had the dictionary. My mom, school teacher, she was on it. I'm so grateful for it because it really is the foundation of what makes me an educated man today and what makes me value education. Hey, Heaven, thanks for watching, and everybody else that's here. So with that, I've always valued education. So here was my earliest memories. We had the dictionary, we had the encyclopedias. As a kid, you have questions. You looking at things, you see words, and you're like, I wonder what that means. So I would ask my mother, what does the word mean? And I would hear these dreaded words, which was, go look it up. And eventually, at some point, like, because you're just a lazy, you're just a lazy child, right? I think everybody's just given that dose of laziness. So, Funk and Wagnalls, what is that? Hazel, drop me a line, let me know what you're talking about. I would hear those dreaded words, go look it up. And of course, as a bright child, but as a lazy child, I didn't want to look it up. I just wanted her to tell me what it was. So she would stay the course until I went, got the dictionary, and looked it up. And at some point, I would try to like stop my sentences like mid-sentence in order to avoid this, But she would catch me and she would tell me, look it up. So, of course, I'm grateful for it today. And I want to say that's what even really starts this series, because I'm fascinated with education and learning. So I was like, you know what? One of the best ways to educate yourself in life, like with very little time and no money, is to just learn one new word a day. And your vocabulary, and your education just go through the roof. So here we are. So the word for today is compersion. I put this up the other day, and it's funny that I'm starting with a word that's actually a new word that's not a part of any original dictionary. But the word is compersion. And compersion was a word that was coined in the 1970s by the polyamorous community. And the way that I even learned about this word was learning that I was polyamorous, and that's a whole nother topic. I'll do that, on another day. But it was basically some things that I've known about myself for a while, and looking it up, educating myself on it, and going like, wow, I'm really a polyamorous man. So I learned about the term compersion because I was looking at one video where they talked about like some real important points, with being polyamorous, and that was communication, compersion, compassion, and consent, I think it was. And so they explained that compersion was a word that was coined to basically mean when you have overwhelming happiness and joy about somebody else's happiness and joy. And I thought about it, I'm like, wow, I mean, that's who I am. It literally is the driving motivation for me every day. It's the driving motivation for what I'm doing right now. Like when I experience somebody else's happiness in life, and if I could do something to initiate that, or even just to celebrate it, like, it's amazing. Hey Carl, thanks for hanging out, bro. It is amazing. Like, I'm a giver, so even more than receiving from someone, for them to receive the gift that I give is actually a gift for me. And when it comes to this word compersion, I am happy, and I find joy in other people's joy and happiness, and I do everything I can to make that happen, or to be a part of that, or to celebrate it, you know. So yeah, compersion. Lastly, I just want to give you the context. All right, so this is about to get real interesting. So it was termed by someone named Gracie in 1970s when she experienced as a polyamorous woman. Appreciate it, man. Carl says, great choice for the word of the day. I agree, man, because all of us can use some compersion in our life. Now, the context I'm going to give is specifically related to polyamory, but you know, the word itself is neutral, and you know, like I said, it's just the joy that you experience and experiencing other people's joy. So Gracie remembers the experience that she had when experiencing her husband to actually find joy as he shared love, you know, with someone else. And it's funny that I'm even talking about this, because it's something about myself that I've known for a while, that I get, like, I am like invigorated by sharing love in different ways, you know, not all sexual, you know, definitely platonic, neutral, like, but in various different ways. And so that's how it came about with this person. And she said, baby, I told him genuinely, I am so happy for you, you know. So, yeah, that's how it was coined. And then if you look it up on Google, here's the definition. It's a noun. The feeling of joy one has experiencing another's joy, such as in witnessing a toddler's joy and feeling joy in response. All right. Now here's the definition that at least here they gave a definition sexually. The feeling of vicarious joy associated with seeing one's sexual or romantic partner having another sexual or romantic relation that brings them joy, coined as antonym of sexual or romantic. So it's the opposite of jealousy. And then the third, which is the joy produced by knowing of something unrelated to oneself that brings a loved one joy. And of course, the antonym is jealousy. And I love that the antonym is jealousy because of the fact, and you know, I'll do this, you know, and pardon me if it seems extra, but I don't assume. I think the best way to educate is to not assume. So for anybody that doesn't know or remember from second grade, what antonym means it means the exact opposite of another word. So the antonym of compersion, which is to feel love and happiness for someone, is jealousy, to not feel love and happiness and to be jealous. So I like that they use that because, of course, you know, we know that jealousy is not a healthy emotion, is not helpful, and we all need some compersion in our lives. So yeah, that's about it. That's the word for the day. Let me read the comments real quick to add to this wonderful conversation. Thanks, Joyce, for joining me. So Hazel says, my first partial set of encyclopedias in the early 1950s. I like how she put partial set and put it in quotes. The encyclopedia was renamed. Oh, I got you. Okay. Was renamed Funk and Wagnall's New Standard Encyclopedia in 1930 and 45. Were they the red and black ones, Hazel? It was known as New Funk and Wagnall's Encyclopedia, Universal Standard Encyclopedia. I love it. The last printing was in 97. As of 2018, annual yearbooks are still in production. Of course, I'm 80 years old until January, or I guess you meant to say on January 22nd. Wow, amazing. First of all, wonderful to meet you. I love to meet people that have longevity of life. If you're saying that you're 80, if not, and you're saying that the encyclopedias are 80, then. But yeah, the red and black, the old faithful red and black, and all of us, and I like how she said partial, because all of us had a few missing. And just think about those times. I mean, now we have Google, so we can look up anything at the drop of a dime and not be missing information. But you could be searching for something in the T or S department, right? And it be missing, and you just literally be without knowledge in your home unless you left and went to the library. She said, as I recall, the ones that I have were gray and red. Yeah, I remember those. I remember. And I believe these are the same ones I'm thinking about. Wow, Hazel. It's great to meet and to converse with someone who has that longevity of life. And I am really hopeful that you have many, many more years. I want to live to see as many years as possible. So, yeah, I celebrate you. So, all right, everybody, that's the word of the day. Compersion. Go spread some. Go learn more about it. Go have compersion if you don't already have it. Have joy and happiness for other people in the things that they find happiness in, and the world will be a better place. Until tomorrow, this is the word of the day. I'll see y'all soon. Take care.